Okay, so you can see I'm doodling this dragon. I'm this far. I hope to make it look like a dragon. At least I'm trying to make it look like a dragon. I don't know if this is a good idea, but I'm doing this idea. I don't know, we'll work on that later. I start with his eye, and if I can get an eye, I can try to figure out the rest as I go. Right now I'm working on his chest piece, trying to come up with different designs all the way down. That'll be different, but at the same time a little similar, and all relaxing to do. Oh, and if you see white fur, of course, the cat's here to help me. She wants to make sure I do it right. There we go. I'm going to color in a little. I try to give it as much detail as I can. This is going to have more detail than any picture I've made lately. Partly because I've never drawn a dragon before. And partly because I used a much larger piece of paper. Usually I use my little, it's about like 4 1/4 by 4 1/8 little square tiles that I like. They're a little over 4 inches. I like them. I'll give you an idea of what the size is like, the different size. Usually a picture I doodle is this big. Compared to the dragon, you see the dragon picture by the time it gets its wings and everything, it's more than double the size. So, yeah, a lot more doodling involved. But I was in the mood to doodle and relax anyway. It's a warm day here in Kauai. And so, I thought I would just show you a little of what I'm doing. Curves and swirls down the neck. I'm going with arches over the back. I'm not sure how far up the neck I'm going to carry it. Not even sure about what I'm going to use for this part of the body. But I thought maybe I'll come up with something while I work on this part of the chest. At least that's what I think, maybe. And come back up because I like the way the black and the white's coming on this. It's giving it some boldness I think it needs. Not really into dragons. So, I'm more of like a cutesy animal person, but I'm happy with this dragon because I gave it a cute eye. So I was able to do it. That's what it came down to. I looked online to see what dragons look like online. What are we making them like? Well, they make them very fierce and powerful. I don't know what mine's going to turn out like, but probably not fierce will be a word to describe it. I'm pretty sure not anyway. Turn under here. But do you see? This doodling really is just lines and swirls and polka dots. And do you see? They're not straight lines. I'm not a straight line person. So very seldom will you find any of my art with straight lines in it. I'm doing the dragon for a little break, and then I have to go back to working on my palm fronds. I have 3 more to doodle. I'd like to shellac them this evening and see how they turn out. If you're watching me on the mainland, remember, I'm in Kauai, so I'm 6 hours behind you in most locations. So it's just after lunchtime here. I've got the whole day ahead of me for doodling and prepping palm fronds. And at some point, I have to work on Pinterest and Instagram, linking them to my webpage, roosterdoodles.com. If you guys could click on it, like it, share it, I'd appreciate it. I need to have that done, please. In the meantime, see, when I get frustrated with trying to make the computer work, I doodle. When tired of maybe washing floors or something, I doodle. When I'm trying to learn something new and I have to concentrate on someone speaking, yep, you guessed it, I doodle. because the doodling helps me retain more of what's being said. So for me, I doodle. So today, I'll be doing a lot. Back to the swirls again, because different people doodle different. It depends on your energy type. Are you a more still energy, a fast-moving energy? I'm a high-energy person. Always have been. A high-energy person, curves, swirls, twirlies, dots. We're not good at straight lines. Not even with a ruler. So most of my work will have, my friend told me, I have definite clear markers in my work, tells that it's mine. And one of them's all the swirlies and the curves. But you know what? I can do curves and swirlies well, and I find them relaxing. And then I can meditate and think on really, really cool things. There. See that? And I gotta make them go another way. So what if, yeah, I'll bring them out this way. And the cool thing about doodling is, if you make a mistake, who's gonna know it? Do you realize when we get to the end of our life, most people will concentrate on all the good things we did, and they won't be going, oh, they made that mistake, that means that's... Our whole life kind of finishes like a picture. Kind of like when I started this, there was an eyeball. And now it's slowly taking shape. Still not totally sure of the shape, but it's taking shape. That's how life is. We could either focus on the mistakes or enjoy every day, every minute we have, because life goes by very fast. And sometimes when we think we're doing it right, we could be doing it wrong. Sometimes when we think we made a really big mistake, might have just did something right. We never really know, I don't think, until we're all the way to the end. Step into eternity. At least that's what I suspect. There. Okay, time for more curves and dots. Let's see. I'll bring it down. And down. 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 This is going to take some time. When it's this big of a picture, maybe that's another reason I like the little squares. It's smaller paper. You can do a doodle in an hour or so. Well, sometimes more. Depends on how much you want to fix it, finesse it, and what you want to do with it. When I first started, my favorite doodles are abstract doodles, and that's what I did when I first started. I like those. I'm doing these for requests, and because I sell them. People buy them from me, and I say, thank you. I'm glad you like them. But really, I have abstract doodling. That's the most fun, when you just doodle, and then when you're done, you can see what it turns into. As you'll notice, I'm only doing portions of this because it's a little abstract for me, so I'm happy. To like sit and actually draw a dragon, I don't think I could. I don't know how. I'll be real honest. I do not know how. But, yeah, an abstract. Well, I don't know if this is abstract, though. This is, I don't know. You all tell me, you decide what this is. I just think it's doodling. That's all I could come up with. The breeze is blowing here in Kauai. It's beautiful and warm. But very bearable because of the trade winds. I really appreciate the trade winds. They make everything so perfect. And just outside, I have a big window beside me, and just outside the window, I have heliconias, and I keep looking just to see if another gecko's climbing up or down them, because they climb into the flower and eat the bugs, the nectar, and whatever else they find in it. Okay, so what do you think of the neck? That's his chest. Yep, I still have the tape on my little cut I made. I want it to heal. I don't want blood to get on the picture because you know how fingers bleed? They're not really bad, but it's an extremity, so they do that. Okay, now I'm satisfied enough with the face, with the chest, that I'm going to leave it alone. And I gotta move on to this part. I don't know, what do you call this on a dragon? Wouldn't be a mane. The neck bone, the backbone. I don't know, but this is what I'm trying. I'm hoping it gives it a curved, rounded look. I think this might surprise me that I was able to do it. Oh yeah, see, look. See how it's making it look like a little rounded if I get it right? I think I'll do it a little more pronounced. Something about doodling, for some reason the more lines you get often improves the picture. Don't be afraid to just take a paper and start swirling or drawing lines. As you doodle, creativity will spring up in you, and you will be surprised at how much fun it can be. I'm trying a new adventure. People suggest things. I try it. It's really stretching me. I think the dragon stretched me the most so far. Oh, I know the dragon stretched me the most so far. There. Okay. What about that idea? I wonder if I should fill in the dots. Let's see. What if I get a bigger Sharpie? This is my favorite size Sharpie to write with. On the mainland, I get them, they have a little silver striping there, but it's the extra fine Sharpie. Here in Kauai, I don't see them. It's the same Sharpie, they just look different here in Kauai. Oops, I dropped my kneaded eraser on the floor. I'll have to get that later. And then this is my fine Sharpie. I use that one quite a bit too. Whenever I want to emphasize something, do a little darker. I have a thick paper behind the paper I'm drawing on, because the paper I'm using right now is a kind of a parchmenty paper, and I don't want it to bleed through to the page behind. I've done that so often with what I use that I try not to ruin the pictures behind it or the page behind it anymore. There. I like to sit and look at the ocean and doodle. I find it so relaxing to listen to the waves come ashore and splash in their rhythm. The sky and the ocean meeting. Oh, it's so beautiful. Sunrise and sunset. I feel so blessed to be here. What a privilege. There we go. Look at that. And so, do you see, I just filled in circles. I made dots. They're not real big. They're not real big. It's not really hard. It's very random. As I talk to you, I'm thinking of other things I can do. See? Okay, so now I have that much. But I have to work on the body, the wings. I have to figure out what I'm doing up here with all this, because I really don't know. I hope I didn't just wreck it. I took pencil to try to etch out where I would try to make a dragon. As you can see, I haven't followed it. But then it's okay, because I usually don't follow it. That's just how I am. So I'm going to let you go right now. I'm going to pick up my eraser, get another big glass of water, and I'll catch you later. I have to work on the wings and figure out what kind of wings I want to give it. Thanks for watching.